All you hoes, you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. All you hoes don't give a damn what you wanna do.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with.
Must reign.
This before, but I'm gonna say it again. But the best couple in the world is a black man and a Japanese woman. Why? Because in Japan they don't ever see black guys, and Japanese girls go feral. They're gonna be like, "Can I touch your hair? Wow, your hair's just dreads. I want that in my pubes." Japanese girls are known to be super submissive, docile, won't fight back with you. Just focus, and they will clean the entire house. Most of the time, they stay quiet. Japanese girls love big lips. They're not used to seeing the big lips of the black man. So when she finally gets her eyes on that sexy little pucker, she's gonna put her hair up and she's gonna go, "Oh yeah, I want that." The black man Japanese connection is legendary. Looking for a Japanese girl? Go to Japan, because you're gonna get at least 6 girlfriends.
Guys, because they are easy to manipulate. You know, like I feel like it's very funny when white guys are like, "Oh, Asian women love white guys." They think that, but it's not the truth.
Really?
We do like white guys because they are easy to manipulate. You know, like because white guy, their moms, the white moms are like, "You're so smart, my Joni, so smart, so funny, so cute. Oh my God, this girl likes you because he likes you. He likes who you are. This Chinese girl's like cook and clean for you. Black mom, hey, she wants your black guys to give her green card. Okay, don't get no, you're not that good. And she's after the green card. And the black guy's like, okay, why are you so nice to me? You know, they are like they just their mom tell them the truth. Like your mom would be like, well, maybe she wants a green card.
So okay, so you're saying I've just never heard this before.
It's what I'm thinking, because the white guys, they believe in everything. Like they're like, oh, because I'm awesome. Like because their mom's like, you are the best.
I came across this. I found this interesting with this Chinese lady is saying that you know, the difference between black men and white men and their mothers, and how their white mothers kind of let them like get suckered, and black women tell them the truth about green card and all that type of stuff. And one thing about Asian women that I've seen is that they can be very dominant to their men. They be very pushy with their men, and they run shit. And when they kind of get with black guys, they kind of like submit to black guys. And one thing I see on a regular basis, I see a lot of Asian women with older white guys, or with white guys in general. And I do see some with brothers, and I think they like the natural masculinity of black men. But you know, I think most people know. They should know when somebody using them, but I guess some guys just like to be used, or they're oblivious to it.
Meet him. It was last summer. I was having an internship in New York City, and we work at the same company.
Is this the first black guy you dated?
Yes, it's the first man ever that I dated.
Wow! How did your friends react?
I mean, I'm gonna say they're surprised, Similar to like the comment section, but less racist and less loud.
What's your original type?
Oh. Well, I have a boyfriend. He's Cuban. He's black. I don't have a boyfriend, but if I did, I would say my usual type is Latinos and African Americans.
All right. What's good, everybody? What's good? Thank you for watching that. Welcome to another edition here on the Chaos Reign Show. I am Chaos Reign, and today, besides other things that I could invest my time and energy cover, but something that came to my attention next to the OG about Asian women and black men. Now, as you know, with the Asian invasion, you know how the nice little women, the tiny women, some look like boys, some look like they got some body, you know, got some breasts and ass and thighs now. They're out there on the prowl, gentlemen, and they're searching for black men, particularly for the BBC. Nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna knock it, you get me? Because we know the average size of most Asian men, not very tall. Probably they might be strong in certain ways because, you know, they have trained their bodies well, but overall, they're not really what is considered the aesthetic view of what is deemed masculinity overall. So, as you know, as I'm going through these clips here and there, and I'm probably gonna look at one particular one that I guess caught my attention. We're gonna look at some things, so you know, be prepared. And I'm looking at some things right now. Anyhow, as I'm looking for the back chat, let us go into some more of these videos, shall we? And like always, like, comment, and subscribe to the Chaos Reign Show. Y'all know y'all want to. Wait, hold on. What is it? Oh, sorry. Let's do some backlogs. Let's look at some more, and let's be the judge. Let's go. Okay. And then remove this. Here's one.
Dear black man, I know the world expects you to be strong all the time.
Yes.
To carry the weight.
Yes.
To never fold.
Yes.
To lead, even when you're tired. But I want to remind you, you don't have to carry it all alone. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. You deserve someone who says, I've got you too. I see it in my husband, how he shows up, even when he's exhausted. And I tell my daughters, that's what strength and love looks like. So today, this message is just for you. You are seen, you are loved, and you are appreciated, just as you are. Just as you are.
Yes. As one of many women that shows her deep gratitude and affection and love for just not only black men, but her black husband. Shows you how deep the rabbit hole really goes. You're not convinced? Let's see more of this videos. Let's take a look at more.
Country is where black men need to be. Hell yeah, we love black men. They're kind, they're sweet, they're lovable, they're hardworking, they are responsible, They are considerate. We don't judge them. We love their goofy vibes. We don't mind treating them as our king. We also don't mind accepting them, their true colors, their true selves, not just the colors. We love them. And also they are big babies behind closed doors, so we love big babies. We are all big babies in real life. So yeah. And also we don't mind having big things. Yeah, they are all welcome in our country. We just love the way they talk, they walk, they treat us, and we don't mind taking care of them day and night. Yep, I'm 4'7" and I don't mind having big things in my life. We don't mind hook to a spit on that thing. You get me? We can support you emotionally and physically. Hi, nako.
All right. Hold on, I'm going through the motions here, as you know. And let me see what else. That's another woman that appreciates the black man. Now, before I play the next one I'll play is this is how when most Asian women that come in the States, particularly United States or in general, this is what they'll face here in these states when you're dating or married with a black man. She speaks from her own point of view. Listen carefully. Let's go.
I have to share because this just has happened too many times to my husband. For those of you that do not know, I am in an interracial marriage. My husband is black and I'm Korean. We also are homeowners. We purchased our home 7 years ago in a middle upper class suburban neighborhood with our hard-earned money. There have been several incidents of what you would call racial profiling. First incident, my husband was going to get his mail one late afternoon on a weekend, and this old white man pulls up in our fucking driveway and starts screaming at my husband, accusing him of stealing his own fucking mail. This morning, for the second or third time this week, this older Asian lady was following my husband on his walk that he's been doing for the past I don't know how many years. What's even more sad about an already sad situation is my husband is explaining this incident and thinking of all the witnesses that he would need to keep in mind in case this lady wants to lie and accuse him of something.
Yeah.
We got to do better. My people, we have to do better. Thank you for just listening and hearing me out.
Yes, we respect your insight about what your black husband struggles here in the West when it comes to being a man and just a man alone, where it's threatening to others. We know the feelings. We know the feeling indeed. Only certain women can not even match how rough it is to be a black man out here. Well, we do it every day. We do it with either a smile face or we just do it with confidence. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see. All right, next video. Let me see. This next video.
Asian women like black men. I think with the rise of K-pop and anime, especially Megan Thee Stallion, and seeing like Megan Thee Stallion like this, it's like, oh, okay, she can hang with us. Kind of tells us Asians like, hey, if you're chill with us, then we're chill with you guys. I see y'all on my TikTok feed so much. I don't understand that you guys don't think that Asian women don't want you guys, because there is literally so much evidence. Like same with black women wanting Asian men. Literally, it is everywhere. But because we're only a small percentage of the population, you probably don't see these couples a lot. So yes, Asian women do like black men.
All right, you hear from one of their own men. And you know, I don't think their own man has a problem with black men dealing with their own women. Roughly enough on the ordinary, I don't really see it. But does it exist? It's a possibility. But like almost men, you know, it's not always we give honor and praise that others don't mind black men intertwine, mingling, and poking and beating up the box of their women in lovely fashion, when the women bawl and scream in passion, for lack of better words. All right, one last video, and then we're gonna go into this pop the balloon. And if you want, I'll open the chat room for people to come up. Let's go.
Why many Filipina love black men, but I'm pretty sure that many of you will say, oh my god, she's racist. Oh my god, everything I say is racist, right? Anyway, let us start from number 1. Reasons why Filipina love black men.
Why?
So number 1, black men are so handsome. That's right, black men are so handsome. Number 2, chocolate men are very strong. Filipina love it when our men can protect us from any possible harm and danger. Number 3, their world is so big. Many Filipinas love big world. That's right. Number 4, 5, and 6, chocolate men are caring, loving, and romantic. And many chocolates men mama told them, boy, you better treat your woman the way your papa treat your mama, with respect. You see, if they don't treat their woman right, they will get in trouble from their mama. Number 7, chocolate men have an amazing smile. They have the best smile ever. Number 8 and 9, chocolate men are funny and talented. But to be honest with you, my friend, Filipino men and chocolate men are the same. Except number 3. Now you know.
Yo, shout out to all the chicks from the Philippines, all the Filipinas, all the Pines, all that. But baby, whoever's doing this video, whatever your name is, your Filipina accent sucks. It sounds like you're trying to mix it with Spanish and Arab. Your Filipina accent sucks. But the bros love Filipinas. Filipinas love the bros. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, they called the Filipinas the LBFMs. For all you old schools that know what I'm talking about. But she's saying that they love the bros, which any place where you go at and you got a little bit of change, they're gonna love the bros. Said handsome, strong, caring, loving, romantic, and amazing smile. What else you got on here that she was talking about? Funny and talented. So with these LBFMs, you end up having kids, because you definitely gonna shoot the club up, end up having a few negritos, as they say. Oh, Filipinas treat the bros better. And women will say, particularly black women, white women say it too, well, they're more submissive than us, blah, 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 and that's why you guys, because you can run amok, you can get away with a lot more that you wouldn't be able to get away with a black woman. And this is why bros are getting their passports and going to the Philippines, Thailand, Southeast Asia, and South America to get a wife, and they're just not bringing them back because America is a mofo.
And that's Mr. Wilson. JR. Thank you, JR. Yeah, man. One of the biggest challenges that I've noticed, and this is what I've noticed, is that a lot of men in general say the best. You can go out and find a woman of your liking, marry her, but never bring her back home, right? Right? And we understand why that is, because the problem when you go out there and you marry a woman out overseas, the notion is that you want her to stay in a non-Western traditional mindset. Because the problem is when you start indoctrinating her by bringing her back here in the States, they call it America, the challenge you're going to be facing is she is not by any means going to stay in her foreign mindset, for lack of better words. She's going to adopt a Western mindset. And we all know how the Western mindset works down here. It's designed to hate men, to exploit, hell, even if you're not careful, use men, and give little or none at possible to the man. And what is this I'm seeing here? Living in the Philippines versus bring. All right. Matter of fact, there's this one video that I now see right now. Yeah, this right here, I'm gonna have to play because this woman, and she is a content creator, and like I always hear on this channel, you always gotta be cautious with the content creators you're viewing. I'm just putting a disclaimer out there because personally, I think most lady content creators are here just for a bag overall, but there's certain things we could probably learn or take on or take snippets here and there to better suit where we're going overall. I'm gonna run this. I'm not sure how well it'll play because this is like a 720 visual, and I think we're gonna probably play at a more high depth to take a look at this because this is something to examine. Like literally, we gotta examine this because this is something that you gotta hear from a foreign woman's mouth, particularly to understand surfing. All right, as this thing loads up, and I'm looking at some things now. Oh, one thing I didn't tell y'all this. When you subscribe to the Chaos Rain Show, make sure you hit the top notification bell for uploads and live streams here on the Chaos Rain Show. And make sure to follow all my social media platforms. They're mostly in the description below. I try my darndest to try to put every one of them on here because I know the importance of how can I say the importance of social media, and it's always good to link other social media so people could know where to find just in case they looking for your content or whatever. It's always good to check up on that. All right, I think I got it here. All right, and don't forget we're gonna get to the Pop the Balloon Asian edition in a second. So let me pull it up. What's this? Let me go back. Where is it? Hold on. All right, so I'm going to run this video now. Make sure you guys like the stream. And remove that. I'm just clean up the studio a little bit. All right. Here we go.
Hi folks, the Filipino P here. And today I'm gonna be spitting some truth bombs for anyone who's thinking about marrying a woman from the Philippines. The question you're all gonna face is where you wanna live, in her country, or do you wanna take her back home to yours? Now you could have found the sweetest woman in the world, but if
now this is just an example of one Asian woman. Now, if anybody knows of any other Asian ladies from Thailand to China to Japan or any Asian country, please feel free to put it or share it in my Discord. I'm going to post Discord in a second for those to know where to find me and join Discord service here on the Chaos Rain Show. Let's go.
If you make the wrong choice about where to live, you might have just made the worst mistake of your life. And here's why.
And there's no right or wrong answer when you decide to make these moves to let people know.
Visit the Philippines, or you go online and you meet a Filipina that ticks all your boxes. But you live in one country and she lives in another. So what you gonna do? Now there's a lot of people who don't want to deal with this subject, so they just put it off until much later. But it's something you really need to think about early on. It's such an important decision with so many potential pitfalls that you need to take a cold hard look so you can avoid making a tragic mistake. Now I want to start with an important disclaimer. Not all marriages between mixed couples are doomed to fail or guaranteed to succeed no matter where you choose to live. I have Filipino friends that are happily married to their Western husbands.
Now that's a good little statement. I'm going to do some research, see if that is actually factual, to see if that holds weight. Let's go.
Who live in both places. And of course, I've seen a lot of broken relationships too, so it certainly doesn't depend only on geography. The sad fact is, around 50% of all marriages won't stand the test of time. That's scary enough. But when you're dealing with two different cultures and sometimes an age gap on top of that, you can find yourself on the wrong side of that 50% real fast. Now, if you're not very familiar with the Philippines, it's important to understand that when it comes to the desirability of men and women, our cultures are like opposite mirror images of each other. In the West, an older man can become invisible to women, and he might have fewer options when it comes to finding a long-term relationship. But here in the East, he becomes a hot commodity at any age. And there's plenty of beautiful and desirable women that are still available. So if you decide to look in a new country for
she's not mentioning the money aspect of it. If an older man goes to the Philippines, that he's going to be more desirable, but not really talking about, say, what this man could do for this Filipino woman. I'm kind of surprised. I'm just saying. But who's judging? Oh, and if you guys have any comments, please leave a comment now. The chat room is open. Let's go.
love, it might not be a bad idea to head this way. Now, if you're coming here for the first time, there's a strange phenomenon that you might have heard about, but you probably won't believe it until you experience it. And I promise you, it's true. When you arrive in the Philippines, you're immediately gonna feel like you entered the Twilight Zone. Maybe for the first time in decades, you'll suddenly be aware of female eyes on you, even the eyes of women you think are way out of your league. And you'll notice it's not just you. When you take a look at the other foreign guys around you, you'll see men walking hand in hand with women they couldn't possibly even dream of getting back home. It makes you feel powerful, younger, desirable, like somehow you went back in time. It's a very bizarre and intoxicating feeling, and you wonder, how the hell did this happen? And if you're already a younger guy, you'll get even more attention than you're used to, and you feel like the women are undressing you with their eyes. It quickly becomes pretty obvious that the advantage has suddenly swung in your favor, and you've got your pick of the litter. You feel like a king in search of his queen. But here's where a lot of you make your first mistake. You're not used to being the prize, and you still don't understand the good position you're in, so you rush things. A lot of you settle on the very first woman who meets your needs, and once you get a bad case of tunnel vision, you pass right by all the other women you could have dated. If you're smart, you'll slow things down and date a lot of women while you're in the Philippines. Keep interviewing potential mates until you think you finally found the woman of your dreams. But understand that finding her is only half the battle. It's the vetting phase that can be the most important of all, because people aren't always who they appear to be, and it can take a while to see someone's true face. Spend enough time together to be sure that her intentions are honorable and that she is who she says she is. No hidden children, no lingering exes, no mental disorders that only become apparent during an argument. And keep asking yourself, do I really want to be with this woman forever? I understand that a lot of you guys are just here on vacation. You just don't have months or years to test drive a relationship. And you're using your very limited time as a scouting mission for finding a Filipina before going back home. That puts you at a real disadvantage, especially if you're planning to live in your country and fly her there to be with you. You're taking a huge risk that she's not a Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde, and there's just no way to tell what you're actually signing up for. I've never understood how a guy can spend a week in the Philippines, and after just 7 days, he can be so absolutely sure he met his one and only, that he's willing to risk his financial future by flying a virtual stranger back to his home in the West. It boggles the mind, and yet...
And let me give a shout out to the one and only Gen X9. Welcome, my brother. Welcome to the channel. How you doing? Hope everything's well. I'll tell you why you can't understand the little Filipina lady. It's because most men, no matter the race, are unfortunately hopeless romantic. Some of them have not tasted pussy in a while. Hell, they have not even beat up one. And they are so sex deprived that the first encounter, the first woman that gives them some, like give them some sugar, they all in. And to me, that is very, very, very dangerous in the short term and in the long run. And for anybody that's an older gentleman that's in the chat room, you will understand what I'm saying. if you're a man that's not getting it like that, it is your rightful duty, not mission, to find ways to get access as best as possible to the women you're dealing with. I mean, really, that's the only answer. Because if sex is the only thing that you're not getting enough or adequate on a daily basis, and the first one that gives you some, you're gonna be all hooked, that tells me you got a lot more work to do. Like literally, you got a long way to go. A long way to go. And I'm very afraid of a lot of these dudes that out here that's not getting much or getting very little, put themselves out here. So that's why you find a lot of dudes, especially non-black men, mostly, are gonna be so suckers to really go outside the country because they're not getting much play over here in the States. Most of them are turned down. Right? They look awkward. They don't look sharp enough. Hell, some of them might look socially awkward. Besides maybe other things, like they might have a dirty appearance, they might have a bad odor, like their breath smells, or they're not clean their body, whatever the case may be. Or some women are just not really sexually attracted to that. They're not getting enough adequate play. So the next pre-course, they'll go outside the country and hope that they'll, unfortunately, trick for better opportunity. Yeah. So I said, men gotta get their shit together. Anyhow, let's keep going. Where was that? Okay, here we go.
I hear from guys like that almost every day. And what am I supposed to say? Congratulations? I know that's the polite thing to do, but I'd rather be honest than polite. So if they haven't already tied the knot, I always beg them to rethink the decision. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And to be honest, sometimes they actually succeed, but that still doesn't make it a good bet. I think you should get to know a woman for at least a few months, hopefully even a year, before taking a huge gamble like that. And that's what it is, a gamble. You need to know each other well enough to finish each other's sentences, to know each other's favorite foods and TV shows, and you have to know how she behaves when the chips are down. You need to know each other's weaknesses and secrets and flaws, not just the good stuff that attracted you to each other. But however long you think it takes to feel positive about your relationship, you're eventually gonna have to face the ultimate question. Where do you go from here? Do you stay with her in the Philippines, unmarried? Do you bring her back to the West and marry her there? Now, I know you guys have all kinds of different opinions on this, and I respect all your points of view. But if it were me, I wouldn't be in any rush to let the government into my bedroom, especially not the Philippines government. What's the benefit to you? Staying single gives you the most freedom and the most options in case things turn bad. Although being married in the Philippines doesn't put you at too much risk financially if you have a good prenup. We take our prenups very seriously, and they rarely get overturned. But if you bring her back to the West, you're gonna have to marry her because they don't just let your Filipino girlfriend come over on a tourist visa and then hang out indefinitely. The third most popular option is to permanently live in the Philippines and get married to your Filipina. A lot of you guys feel very strongly about the institution of marriage and don't want your partner to feel like you've already got one foot out the door. And I respect that. And for a Filipina, there's a stigma attached to being an unmarried woman who's just checking up with a foreigner. People in the West don't really think much about it anymore. But in the Philippines, a woman's family might make her feel like she's a lower status without the actual marriage certificate. Status is very important.
And she is a lower status without the marriage certificate, because outside America, because the marriage laws are really not much in favor to Western men, going outside the country and then still playing house with women or foreign women, it's not going to really cut it in the long run for a lot of you gentlemen. You're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to really tie a knot with someone outside America as best as possible. Because I'm not really the proponent of playing house in the long run. Because most men, unfortunately, besides ladies, we do, in the long run, do desire some form of marriage. The only problem with the marriage aspect is we don't want to be tied in where any given moment she can get her ass up, walk off, sign the papers or want to divorce and walk away half your ish. And a lot of dudes are not down for paying women half their ish. It is what it is. It is what it is. So obviously a lot of men avoid it like the plague. Let's keep going. And make sure you guys like the stream. If you guys have any comments, leave a comment in the chat room. If you feel that the content's good, give us some support. Throw a super chat or here and there or Cash App. I'll read it. Let's go. Oh, if you guys, for those that have traveled to Asian countries like the Philippines, Thailand, China, Japan, Korea, let me know in the chat room right now. Tell me where you used to travel and, give detail. Is the women really out there a little bit better than Western women? Let's go.
In this culture. And when your daughter's just living with someone, the parents can feel like she's being used and she could be discarded at any time. Now, I know that some of you are going to say, but lots of Filipinos shack up with local guys, so what's the difference? Well, first of all, our moms still don't like it even when it's a Filipino guy. But second of all, it's a big deal, a badge of honor when a Filipino lands a foreign guy. But to truly land him, you gotta get that ring on your finger. And right about now, I know what you're probably thinking. Of course, the family wants her to get married so she can open the money pipeline and keep that cash flowing back to mama. And you'd actually be right a lot of the time. But that's a totally different video. Just know that your level of family support is something you need to discuss during that getting to know you period I was talking about. And I hate to tell you this, but the pressure to help her family is independent of your marital status. So it's just one more thing you need to get sorted out before you tackle the big question, the subject everywhere you want to live. Now, like I said before, if you decide to stay in the Philippines, the risk of a failed relationship is significantly less because as long as you're in her country, you retain the upper hand. Your girlfriend knows instinctively that you can easily find another mate, while her prospects get dimmer with age. It's the old thing about men aging like wine and women aging like milk, which is a saying that's particularly true in the Philippines as far as a woman's dating prospects go. If she returns to the dating pool, she'll be even worse off than when she met you, which is one of the reasons why a Filipina gets so insanely jealous. She knows you're the prize, even if you don't know it. And I'm gonna catch a lot of heat from my Filipina sisters for saying this, but in my opinion, it's the truth. And since my job is to give you the best advice I possibly can, I'm gonna call it like I see it. Now, I'm certainly not saying you can't successfully take your wife back to the West.
Yeah, but most men are objectifying and against that heavily. And the reason why that is because they don't want this to really walk with ish, So, it's not like men are that stupid say, I just want to give my wife half my junk if she gets tired, bored, or she might mess around another dude. They really don't want to risk that. They really don't want to risk that. So the least resistance, they're going to try to avoid it at all costs. All right, let's go. All right, here we go.
Plenty of men do, but there are some dangers you might not be aware of. Even though your best bet is to live in the Philippines if you can be happy there, let's say you miss the West and all its modern conveniences. You like having a reliable electricity and clean water and a real mattress on your bed instead of a foam pad. And you like to be able to drive your car faster than 10 miles an hour. So you start thinking about returning back home with your wife. But before you get on that plane, you really need to take a close look at those hidden dangers I was talking about. There are 5 main risk factors that will determine whether you have a good chance of success in the West or whether your marriage will crash and burn. So let's go over them. The first risk factor is age. Now, there's nothing wrong with marrying a young Filipina, but as a general rule, the younger the bride, the higher risk that there's trouble ahead. A woman in her early 20s might not even know what she wants yet and doesn't have the foresight to see 30 years down the road. All she knows is that you're this mature stranger with gorgeous eyes from a faraway land that swept her off her feet and married her. All she's heard since she was born was how your country is the promised land, and she's excited to live there. She probably has no evil intentions, but the person she is today is not the person she'll be tomorrow. And by marrying a much younger woman and taking her to a foreign country, you have no idea what kind of person she'll grow into. And that goes right along with the second risk factor, her level of maturity. Now, I've met some incredibly mature 20-year-olds, and I've also met some Filipinas in their 40s who acted like irrational children. It's a judgment call that only you can make, but the more mature your Filipina, the better the chance that she can make a smooth transition to a different culture without going into meltdown mode when she realizes that not everything is gonna be exactly how she imagined it. The West can be a pedal to the metal lifestyle, completely different from what a Filipina's used to. When you guys say, I'll meet you at 5 o'clock, you really mean it. And people who are constantly late get a bad reputation. You're expected to be a marginally competent individual. And not everyone has a lot of patience for immature little girls who don't understand why everyone around them won't be more accommodating.
I'll tell you we're not accommodating because we want women to be on a program, mostly a man's program. And since we speak on black men, be on black man's program, which is very lacking here in the West. And, you know, someone will tell you, and you hear stories say that, well, most men don't got no program. Yeah, because you're not on his program. If he's telling what to do and what things he expects from you, you should, the best of your ability, fulfill the obligations what the man is seeking. And most Western women are not doing that in masses and bunch of numbers. So what men are going to do, not just black men, but men, they're going to go outside the norm, outside the country, to find women that will obey and be on the program. And the Korean men or the Asian men are well examples of this when they are out of line, not doing what they say. They go somewhere else and find women that will. They don't play around. They don't negotiate. They don't do all that dumb shit. They say, okay, is that where you're on? Fine. Well, I'll be over here. You figure out. And that's how they move. And I think most Western men are going to start slowly moving like that if it's not already happened already. Let's go.
And then there's the next factor, her overall attitude. Is she the type of girl who feels entitled to your money and spends it freely without any regard for the hard work it took to get it? Filipinos always seem to have a problem keeping money, and they also don't understand why a rich guy like you can give them as much of it as they want. In the Philippines, there's really not that much to buy, but let a woman loose in a culture of consumerism with stuff for sale that she never even knew existed, and you'll end up with a big problem on your hands. A closet full of expensive shoes, a kitchen jam full of juicers, graters, blenders, and a whole bunch of stuff she's never gonna use anyway. She probably thinks it's your job to fulfill her every whim, just like what you did back in the Philippines, where $1 made her feel like a lottery winner. And if you don't indulge her, she's gonna feel really cheated when she sees the new BMW in the neighbor's driveway, and you have to explain why she ain't getting one. And here's another one you'll have to carefully consider, the strength of your commitment to each other. Now, I'm pretty sure you're fully committed to her, or you wouldn't be bringing her back home. But what's going on in her head? Does your Filipina always have your back, like when you're sick and laying on the couch? Does she take good care of you, or does she take off to go visit a friend? Do you have a healthy line of communication? Does she tell you what she likes and dislikes? The things that upset her or make her happy? Do you really know her? Do you fully trust her? Make sure you're confident about the answers to these questions, because if you're not, it can end up biting you in the butt, big time. The last risk factor isn't a big deal at all in the Philippines, but
And that's one thing that we misconceptualize, the trust factor. And really, can you trust this to everything? Now, we all know West women don't really, you can't trust them much, nothing anyway, because they open their mouths. So let's be honest. So the biggest question, or the second question we ask, can you trust a foreign woman? That needs to be said. All right, I'm looking at this now. Okay. Hold on, let's check this out. Oh, damn. I did something. All right, let's keep going.
once you get to the West, it can become a real issue, your age gap. Now, in the past, I've spoken a lot about large age gap relationships. I don't find it morally problematic as long as neither person is being taken advantage of, and both parties are consenting adults. But when you're taking a much younger Filipina home to the West, a large difference in age has danger written all over it. Now, of course, it's not inevitable, but when the waitress asks if you and your daughter are ready to order, get ready for a bumpy ride. When you were back in the Philippines, no one even noticed the age difference, but suddenly it's being pointed out to you at every turn. Your young Filipino bride never thought anything about it either, but now she's getting strange looks from people whenever she's with you, and it makes her feel uncomfortable, like she's done something wrong. Now, there's two different kinds of Filipinas, and you better know in advance which one you're married to. The first kind, the one you want, doesn't give a crap what anyone else says or thinks, which is pretty rare for a Filipina. She might not like getting stared at, but that's not gonna change how determined she is to be with you. In fact, when a blue-haired Karen shoots daggers at you with her eyes, your Filipina makes sure to stand on her tiptoes to plant a big old kiss on your cheek so that Karen can witness her act of devotion to her older hubby. This is the kind of Filipina that'll always have your back. And yes, we do exist. But then there's the other kind of Filipina, and I'm afraid a lot of you guys bring their young brides home without weighing the risk factors and end up with one like this. A Filipina who discovers a whole new world, a new way of thinking with lots of new freedoms to take advantage of. She's eager to...
All right. I see some in the comments. The man writes, let me check. All right. You're right. You can't trust anybody. I vet my Filipina over a year and a half and still got a prenup. Okay. Hey, Mr. Gent X Warrior, would you like to come up? Because you're the first man that I know that came on the chat room that is in a relationship and married to an aged woman. Are you interested, sir? Let me know in the chat room, please. Let's continue with the videotape.
Dress and act like a Western woman. And she's constantly bombarded by Western media. She's learned about new roles for the sexes, and she's thrilled to find out that in this culture, every woman is a queen that deserves unlimited validation. She's probably met a new group of friends that are closer to her own age. Friends that think your age gap is kinda icky, and they tell her so when you're not around. Her new posse is always trying to get her out to the club to mingle with hot guys that shower her with drinks and propositions. She's overwhelmed by the amount of attention she's getting from the opposite sex. Back home, she was a nobody, but here, she's a hottie. And when she looks at you, you're no longer the rock star she once saw. Now you look pretty damn average, at best. In fact, she might even start to see you like an old man on death's door, and subconsciously decide it's a good idea to start looking around for someone else to partner with once you become too much of a burden. And let's not forget the sex. You awoke a desire she didn't know she had. But of course, things have died down in that department, just like it always eventually does for married couples. But she's too young to understand all that, and now she feels like she's missing out. She didn't plan any of this. She loved you with all her heart, and she probably still loves you. But a young woman in the flower of her youth won't stay happy for long when she realizes that the last years of being attractive to another man will now be spent caring for a senior citizen. Remember how you felt back in the Philippines? Powerful, attractive, and still a catch? Well, now that you're back in the West, you realize you've lost your superpowers. You're just an average guy again, and now it's your wife that's the hot commodity, with plenty of horny guys who would love to sample her wares. So now you're thinking the same thing.
Damn, she dropped some serious facts. That you're average here in the West, but overseas you're above average. That's very telling. Very telling indeed. And it makes me think that a lot of men that do travel, it'd be better if you're going to be getting a woman out there. Yeah, you might make a comfortable home over there, because you don't want to come back to average or below average where you stand. You want to still stand out in a country where it's pretty much normal to be the top dog or, the big man of town. No matter how old you are, though, personally. So, I agree with her with that. Totally. Because You bring back, and then she gets the look. Yeah, it makes sense. You're gonna get stared because it's not normal. You know, one thing I noticed with America that's not being discussed now that we're having this conversation. What I've noticed, and not only but I noticed, the age gap dating only applies when it is a woman dating a younger man. It does not compute the same way, and the reason why is because they want older, washed up women with use and abuse box be put back in the market to really, unfortunately, fuck and suck as many different men of all age groups possible. That's why if you look at when Brandon did a stream today on this, I give him credit for that because it was a good stream, about this thing about female predatorialism. That's the word. And it makes me think, say, these women don't get much or get the same punishment when a man goes out and deals with younger women. Overall, even the men that's in conversation still believe and have an issue with the age gap dating nonsense, right? So it makes me think, and I think long and hard about this, that it seems to me that only person that is allowed to age gap dating is women onto any age group of men. And that's the vibe I'm getting. This is just me, guys. If you're a man and you did not get your woman when you're in your 20s and all this dumb shit, which they always still complain about, but okay. You older out in this game, they're gonna look at you as weirdo. They deal with any woman of any age, especially women that is of legal age, unfortunately. 18 up. If you're 55 or 50 and up, dealing with someone that is 18 and over, you'll be looked at as a weirdo in this society. Not women. Women will age gap date the hell until it sees fit. And no one will say nothing because in this country, it is allowed to women to roam out in these streets. Use her mouth, use her box as a toy, as a weapon to not only get as much pleasure out of it, but also to control younger men. So yeah, that's how I view it. All right, let's go. All right, let's continue.
How the hell did this happen? Well, you've entered the Twilight Zone again. But this time, the nightmare's on you. If you married the wrong kind of Filipina, I can almost guarantee you're about to experience a crushing blow to your ego, your finances, and your love life. Now, I hope I didn't totally bum you out with this scenario, but I really needed you to hear me and to realize the danger you could be in if you didn't pay attention to the red flags. It certainly doesn't have to end that way, so choose your partner wisely. And think about the moves you're gonna make on life's chessboard. And remember to check your mate. If she doesn't pass the test for all the warning signs, do not bring her back home.
Yes.
Well, that's it for this episode, and I'll be back on Friday with this.
All right, thank you. That was a good one. And that's something I had to play for everybody to know. And she lays out perfectly about what are the real disadvantage and maybe potential dangers you bring her back here in the States. A lot of men will speak for it, but you hear it from the horse mouth from a woman that is of Asian descent, telling you the real signs and the high and lows of going away to really wiping up or bringing her back to the States. So hope we gain some from this, guys. I like this one. All right. So now let me check what's on the docket. I gotta check. Well, you think there's what is considered what you call grift positive vibes? Let me read your comment. I'm gonna put the call link for anybody that want to come up and let's have a conversation because I think it's important. Hold on. Now, if you guys can't click on a link, let me know. I will have to put it on another. Well, you might have to really type this link and copy and paste it if you can, and post it on your device, your phone device, to join into the conversation, because it's kind of funny how this type of live stream does it with the links. But if you guys want to call up, call up now, and we have the conversation. Call online. It's open. All right. Now, next video. Where is it? Oh, damn, I don't have it. All right, I'll pull it now. This one right here it caught my attention, really. And we all know about the stupid pop the balloon challenge on this dumb stuff, right? And see how these women really treat dudes out here in the pop the balloon. Well, let's look at the Asian edition of pop the balloon, and you're gonna see different results when it comes to you as a man, especially a black man, trying to date and mate out here in the streets. Let's go.
Hello, welcome. Today we in the episode 5 Pop the Balloon Thailand in Pattaya. So today we have the girl line up. They are singer girl and.
All right. Before I play on, let me see who's this. Hello? Who's this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you now, Lena. Yes. What's good, Lena?
Nothing. How you doing? Happy New Year to you.
We call you Lena the Plug.
The Plug.
But you know who that is? Lena Plug. You know who that is?
Is that the corn?
The chick that is getting her cheeks banged out. That's married to that dude. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, him.
22, Adam 22 or something like that.
Yeah. She really is plugged in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She's very plugged in. She make use of all her holes, Lena. Yeah. But anyhow, nonetheless, yeah. Lena is sad. I don't know why you're sad. Why it says that. Anyway, are you really sad? Or just
I had kept this because the Bears had lost. This I was like in a.
Oh, you mean Chicago? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Well, they gave him next year. I think with football, they said they were surprised that team did very well this season, the Bears. It would be nice if they gone all the way, but there's always another better team that's better.
Maybe next year.
They said the Seahawks are more favorite to win it all, unless they didn't win this week. Did they win?
Yes, they won.
So that means they're gonna be in the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yep, them versus the Patriots.
Wait, who?
The Patriots. Them versus the Patriots. Seahawks.
Well, we have here the Patriots back in the Super Bowl again for a rematch. 14 years ago. No, is it 14, 13 years? Yeah, 13 years ago. Anyhow, that's gonna be interesting. But anywho, what about to say? So, in regards to what you're seeing, Lena, what is your views and takes?
I do think the girls are very lovely, especially this. They're very pretty. I see it as a grift. Like, okay, like I'm gonna marry you. Like, I'm glad that they're very, she's at least telling the dangers. Like, she's realistic. It's fine. Before she wasn't so realistic before Filipina P at first to me, but I guess it got back to her. Like, some people get married and I'm gonna come over here and they're just trying to get a green card and stuff like that. At least she's saying you need to vet and look for the red flags, because at first she was just saying, "Oh, just get you Filipino women or this and that," and I'm like, a woman is a woman. I mean, anybody can cause you harm if you don't catch red flags or if you don't safeguard yourself. So, but I encourage, if you can find love, find love. That's how I feel. So, wherever you can find, it doesn't matter if you have to go get a passport, if you stay in here, outside your race, inside your race. But I just have this, I did it, I feel this way about everybody, even like divested, they get on my nerves. But swirlers, anybody like, oh, if I go outside my race, I'm magically gonna find the one. I'm like, there's not a guarantee. You're just expanding your search, your chances. That's good, but don't just only look there. I feel, unless it's like, if that's your preference, that's understandable. But don't think it's because magically, if I go there, they're going to be different. So that's my argument again. That's why sometimes, and I see it as a grift sometimes, because she's gotten better. But before I used to see it as a grift, like she would be, oh, they're perfect. A Filipino woman's She did all of that and talking to black men, and she wasn't even married to a black man. I just knew at first when I seen her, I just knew her man was black. And when I found out that she had a Filipino man, I was like, then why are you grifting to black men? You don't do this on your own personal experience. So how do you know what you're saying is accurate?
This is still new information. Didn't know about this, but my thing is this: with Filipino P or any Asian woman, right? A lot of women like her. They create content like her because they want an outcome like her. Because really, it's more than a money grab. It's more of an attention. You know, to have a platform, talk about the beauties, the highs and lows of living in a foreign country, especially the Philippines. I have a lot of foreign men, whether they travel there or not, they want to know what is it like, how to move, how to function. I think that's where she comes in to play, to give you the real scoop of life in the Philippines to a Filipino woman. And if you look for love, you can find it there, but you're going to have to be very attentive and pay attention to detail. And that's what she serves as a purpose. Now, regardless if she's really married to a non-Filipino man in life, it would be nice that she's married to a black man, but let's be honest, most women nowadays that do this content creating stuff, nine times when I can see their husbands. So we don't know if they're even married in real life or they're just out here, messing around. So overall, we take the good and the bad, we eat the meat and spit the bones when it comes to content like this. So in regards to Philippine Pete, she's no exception to rule. I even expect that she will sit there do content like this because look at the possibility of money she could accumulate just by talking about life as a Filipino woman, what they're expecting herself. And one thing about Filipino women generally, since we're going there, just like most Asian women, they're very sexual. They have no boundaries when it comes to intercourse. You know that, Lena?
Asian woman? I had no idea.
Well, there's ways you could look at the internet and look at their performance, but in generally, if you think about it, even with the geishas, all the even information about Asian women, depending which part of Asia you could find them. A lot of men go there because of not only because of the aesthetic, but the eroticism, the curiosity, the things that either they heard about Asian women or just in general, the possibility of what is it like to be with an Asian woman? What should and you notice when she really is into a man or really down it, she'll do pretty much anything, She'll do all types of plugs, if you know what I mean. So yeah.
Fantasy fulfillment, yeah. But I just, I'm leery. But I'm leery about all dating things that people will tell me, oh, if you go here, you'll find a husband. Or, oh, if you go here, you'll find a wife. And I be leery. Why would you, tell me this unless you have one? Or what is your process? Like, some people don't even speak from experience. Like, the only people I know that, to me, don't have I forgot that black lady name with curly hair. She's in a black manosphere. She looks like Kelly Rowland. I cannot think of her name. But she's married to a black man. Like, I would listen to her. And like because she has a husband. And then I can see people listening to Christmas Cure. Like, she has a whole diagram teaching about femininity, and I can see people listen to her. I don't always agree with her, but at least I could say she, had a ceremony and was married. She wasn't legally, technically married the first time. I know she's supposed to be married the second time. I don't watch all her stuff, but I watch the other woman sometimes. But I understand because they have a black man. They cater to their black men. They know what it is. And I'm trying to, is there any other, I'm trying to think of some non-black content creators that's married to black men that talk about it. I don't know of any, but I'm sure there are.
I'm trying to think of some right now. It's not really come to mind. Personally, I could think deeply. There was some artists I was looking through social media. One from Lotto, and the other one, who's the other light-skinned chick? You know what I'm talking about? It looks like Lotto a little bit. But
Spice?
Spice, yeah. Hi, Spice, yeah. It's something like a lot of these.
I'm sad I know that.
Overall, you know, these women, they fit the aesthetic, you know. I mean, I remember we had conversations before about this before, Lena. Even when I saw your picture for the first time, right? And I was saying, all right, you're up there in age, but one thing is clear. I remember the guy that does the statistics, YouTube, don't say his name. He said best that women, after they reach a certain point in life, that they try to slim down because they want the possibility of a greater outcome, the way how the environment is shaping right now. You get me? And you hear a lot of these women talk constantly, Lena, of how black men are colors and all this stupid shit, right? I said a black man wants something that is aesthetically pleasing overall, you know? If you're too big, it's gonna be a problem. Yes, they will want to get a nut off, but that is as far as it goes. And I don't recommend most men do that, but men are gonna move the way they are because when men are considered in a bind and they're not getting much access, they'll take whatever is there just to fulfill their sexual appetite. You know, if you think about it,
I agree. Low hanging fruit. You become a target. They think because you're chubby or you fat, you're easier. You're more likely to have access to it.
Women said the same thing. Some big women have said that they are much greater targets when they're not getting just the possibility of a relationship. They're just getting a man to pipe them. After they pipe them, you don't hear from them again. And you know what most detrimental thing of all is when you get piped, not during daytime, but at nighttime, and then he doesn't even go out way to even take you somewhere in public to get something to eat. That tells you where the worth is. Overall.
Oh, I agree. Because I feel like that's low effort.
Yeah, and you say that he'll be comfortable having you around because he wants to show who he was piping. You know what I'm saying?
I agree because I'm a bigger woman and I'm a older woman, so I'm working on it. But I actually have a boyfriend, so but I still, by me being a certain age, I still want to slim down. I'm working on it, but I don't understand why black women fight against the weight loss. Even if you think you can still get a man, you still should, work. It's all about health. I hate that for black women. We have normalized it's okay. You can be fat and have it all. No, you cannot. You have to be healthy. Your health is a big concern. Even if you not, don't do it just to get a man and say, oh, I'm still beautiful. It's not about being beautiful. It's about being healthy. Are you still healthy? Health is wealth. You need to sit up there and try to work on your health. I tell everyone, don't think about, oh, I look good, still fat. Are you healthy, still fat? So I'm with black men. I'm with everybody on that because black women, we have to do something about the weight. I wish I feel like starting a channel on black women and weight loss.
But think about this. Weight is easy to lose. There are products now that people could try to see if they could start reset their inner gut to really slowly start metabolizing so the weight could drop off. But it's not a challenge to lose weight. The challenge is how you go about to not only lose weight, but how you're going to deal with the calorie consumption, because that's where the problem lies, is the overconsumption of dead, unuseless calories. We eat too much processed stuff. We don't do adequate movement, i.e., we don't walk enough. Let's be honest. And let's say you still live in Chicago, right?
Yeah, I'm on the outskirts. Yeah.
So with Chicago, like here in the East Coast or any part of Midwest, these environments are designed for us to move. You get me? Mostly, because we're not gonna get access to, well, let me take it back because I don't live in Chicago, so I don't know how that works. But I'll say this: you live in environments where you can't always depend on driving to go from point A to point B. If you had to drive to go point A, point B, then you have problems. That means you're dependent on vehicles to get where you need. Instead of certain environments where you can go walking distance to get what you get. Because that's the bottom line. We don't get enough steps. You get me? Because we don't have and don't get me wrong, people go to gym membership and pay their LA Fitness on do the little, but really most people, let's be honest, we're not gonna always get access to gym. Either it's affordable. We want to do things that's natural to us on a daily basis to get active. That means we're gonna have to do like regular in-home, regular basic workouts in the household, like sit-ups, like stomach curls, simple things. You get me? Doing that for at least an hour at best will fulfill the necessary requirements for adequate maintenance of the body. You know what I'm saying? Stress in the body, these are things that we could do without spending a gym membership. People don't really have these conversations, but it goes to show that if they can't go into those environments, they can't really take the initiative to lose weight. And here's another factor. I see some videos on Instagram, right, of women, some of them cheating their way where they're getting BBLs, right, because they have a hard time losing just basic fat. And I'm thinking, you ladies don't understand. You're not really learning. When a woman shows the discipline to really do what's necessary to get an outcome in regards resulting in a more tighter, firmer, or more reasonable body, right? It shows to the men, the male group, that you put in work. You're not complacent, not lazy. You're not going to take corners. See, one thing with men, regardless how we take care of ourselves, that's a giver. But regardless of getting money up, that takes work. And you know this, Lena. We cannot cheat that. We can't go out there and sell illegal stuff. We have to do the necessary work to get the money and get the outcome. That's separating us to the ladies. Ladies not doing the same thing where it say, all right, I'm not going to cheat or do anything. I'm going to do the work to get the outcome. Kevin has been emphasizing this to women for the last 2 goddamn years before he died back in May of 2022. You get me?
I agree. I remember when Kevin said, I remember he showed that sports car, and he was like, ladies, you can't be 200-300 pounds trying to be shotgun in this car. He's like, you ain't gonna fit. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I know I can fit in the car, but I was like, I don't want to be a fat ASS in that car. But I'm working on, like, I say I have the aesthetics, the face. It's my body.
You see, the problem is, if once you start slimming out, the face is going to be reflective. You see, because let's be honest, if you have your natural hair, and let's say you're right now 290 pounds, right? That's where you are now. Let's say you're that pound, right?
Oh, that's a lot. I'm not there for that, but yeah, okay.
Oh, it's not a lot? Okay, wait, if you less than that at what, 5'3" you are? That's your height?
Yeah, about 5'3".
Right, so you're the average height for a typical Western woman in America today. That is 5'3" or roughly 5'4", between the two. And let's say you're way over 200 pounds, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So depending where your weight is right now, minus your height, and we're not going to go with the height, we're just going to deal with just the weight alone. Just the emphasis of, say, for the first month, I'm going to try lose 25 pounds. You'll find that by just doing the simple things and you do the scale, and I don't like doing the scale because scale is not really reflective nowadays. And the reason why, because scales fluctuate. So the best thing will be the best determining factor is what? Does your clothes still fit? Do you get me?
Gaining that muscle. Yeah, getting rid of fat.
Once you know your clothes are too big, that's when you know you start to lose the weight. Do you understand me? So when you're talking about, when I say 25 pounds in a month, you could easily accomplish it by doing, like I said before, these things. And obviously, you know that it's working because before the month's over, you're gonna notice when you're wearing certain clothes, you know it's not gonna fit like it usually does. That is more a parameter to know that you have adequately start losing weight. You can use scale still, but scale is always fluctuating. And these scales nowadays don't really determine the weight adequately. They got things now on the market that you could scale your whole body. That they were promoting on, I think they were promoting on social media, where you just hold the bar and raise it up with the scale, and it tells your whole body composition. That's how advanced technology has become. Scales are outdated for those that don't know. So if you don't have access to those type of technology, the second best thing is to check if your clothes slowly stop fitting you as the month goes on. That will know that you're losing weight adequately, properly, Besides all this other stuff, remember in ancient time, even some parts of Africa now, or any parts where there's tribal things, they wear waist beads for a reason. Even your family is Haitian descent, they probably still carry. At certain part of Haiti might follow the waist beads, maybe not, maybe so, we're not sure. But the waist beads was not just a fashion; it shows how slim you get. So there are ways to determine weight loss more efficiently than just going through a stupid digital scale. It's stupid. That's why I always, when I think about when people weigh themselves, it's pointless. It doesn't work. It's not effective. So yeah. All right. So let's play this video now, and let's hear from these ladies on their views on black men and why it's so different from the Pop the Balloon from this perspective than the original Pop the Balloon from so-called tether, like and I ain't gonna say names, but you know what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Back there, we have the man. They are single men. So I'm gonna start the first single guy. Hi, welcome in. Take the mic and take the stick right here. Okay. And what's your name?
Quan. Yeah.
How old are you?
27.
27. Where are you from?
Virginia.
Okay. How long you been in Pattaya?
About a month and a half.
A month and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been in Thailand?
Month and a half.
Month and a half. Oh, same. Is it the first time?
No, second.
Okay, the second time. Okay, what do you like to do for fun and what you do for your living?
If I'm a chill guy, I like to do like adventure shit, going on adventure parks, amusements, shit like that. Trail rides, jet skis, all that stuff like that. What I do for work, I'm gonna keep that to myself. But I make decent money.
Okay. He told me secret ก็ไม่บอกว่าทำงานอะไรโอเคนะส่วนhave fun เขาชอบแบบเที่ยวเล่น jet ski travel around ต่างประเทศ okay and what you looking for in the woman
Cook, clean, know how to take care of yourself. Goddamn. I'm cuss up here. Suck dick. Facts. Definitely the good dick sucker. I ain't gonna lie. I eat pussy.
Yeah, this is the ratchet edition.
Well, I was about to say, like how he approached
So already, this man said he wants his junk guap, and all this extra. Say, bro, you don't have to go in detail, bro. Just say you.
I'm surprised they didn't pop all the balloons.
You just want a decent woman, man. You don't want all that extra stuff. Let's go.
But something all about it. I want somebody that's loved me, for real, not my money. That's all I'm looking for.
Okay. And what is your deal breaker?
Deal breaker. Girls that pop in, don't even get to know a nigga. Crazy girls. Fake eyelashes, makeup, toes not there.
God damn, they said, oh, you want me to be natural? You want me to be bare naked with face and all, with no makeup to make me look beautiful? Asian women need some makeup. Look, don't get me wrong. Don't think that the bare-faced Asian looks pleasing. No, some women do need makeup. They need that. Just like certain women, certain skin tone, depending on what they look, you do need the goddamn makeup. Hell, you see a lot of women.
Makeup is like I could see it for work or if it was special occasion because I don't wear makeup.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah. I mean, think about makeup.
The way you say like, yeah, I can tell you.
No, I see the pictures. I mean, you show enough, Lena, that people could have a good understanding. If you a real person constantly has to put on something on before you take a picture, we will know. If people look at your social media presence, they will know. Say, no, you're not a person who like put on makeup. Maybe on a special occasion you might have to wear it, but normally you don't want all that stuff, which is fine. But normally, like this dude right here, he said he wants none of that. These women got pop the balloon and say, no, I look good with makeup. I need makeup. I cannot go bareface. And I agree with that. Let's go.
Fake hair.
Okay, you have almost all the balloon pop. But we're gonna ask the girl pop the balloon first. Okay, why they pop the balloon? Okay, the first girl right here. Hi, what's your name? How old are you?
I'm Gigi. I'm 25 years old.
Gigi, 25 years old. Why you pop the balloon?
First of all, I don't cook, so yeah, I can't do that. I don't.
What?
I want to check that. Asian girl said she don't cook.
Oh wait, is this where this is Thailand now? This is Thai women. I hope some of you Thai women are now become like the Western women and now say to forfeit the kitchen knife, the spoon, the spatula, and you're not gonna prepare a meal for yourself, but just with a man. Is that what's going on now? You can't cook? Oh hell no!
But they tell you, they go over there, oh, they're more women like, they're more traditional. They cook and clean for their men. Continue.
Well, she can't cook. You damn sure you're not gonna be able to clean. Let's go.
I don't know how to cook. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to cook though, but I know how to suck dick for sure. But yeah, I can't order though. Like you know.
Like I said, you'll be useful for the group, baby. Don't worry. If I'm hungry, I'm not
for the streets.
If I'm hungry, you're the last person I'm gonna call for food. Anything I need, I'm just gonna go to your house. You're gonna open your mouth wide. I'm gonna shove it in. You're gonna choke on it briefly. It's fine. And after I'm done, I'm gonna pull my pants up and then go back home. There's no need to stay. You have to fulfill your purpose. If that's what you want to stand on, then be about it, baby. But it's not going to end well in regards to finding a long-term mate. Women and normally that don't know how the basics don't stay in these relationships. I don't care if the man has money or not. You're the last person a man really want to take seriously if you can't even feed yourself. Imagine the children that's going to come out your womb and you can't feed. You worthless bitch. You're going to go buy your child McDonald's. You're going to buy a child Chinese food. You're going to buy a child Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hell, you're going to buy a child Popeyes. You're advocating your child to be obese at a very short and accelerating rate with that mindset. Let that sink in, gentlemen. Let that sink in. Let's go.
We can't order. We're good.
Did you eat them? Iki.
Oh hell yeah!
How you know how to suck dick though?
You want to figure it out?
You got a video?
I do. Yeah.
No, you don't need no video, my dude. Just say, all right, what's your number? Matter of fact, just put it inside my pocket. I'll be the judge. Let's continue.
Put the video phone in.
No. Why?
Let me see the video then.
No.
Then you ain't about it.
Hold on. You really want to see that? You really want to see that shit? You shot.
What's going on out here? Okay. Did she someone in your type?
Maybe.
Why maybe?
Maybe. She tall, I like tall girls.
Okay, but she can take off the heel.
She got decent little feet sometimes, but she can't cook, so no.
Okay. Did he someone in your type?
Yeah.
Why yeah?
Maybe.
Why?
Like,
Why maybe?
I mean, he cool, but he's not like my type. I like taller like guys.
Oh, she like taller.
I leave like 6'2". Yeah.
Yeah. Long dreads.
So
yeah, with the dreads.
How tall are you?
Oh, I'm 5'6".
Oh.
Like with him probably like 5'9", something like that. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
5'10", ain't gonna count.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we go to the next girl right here. Hi, what's your name? How old are you?
My name is Guy. I'm 22 years old.
Score 22 years old.
You gotta speak up. You can't be shy.
Why you pop the balloon?
She don't even know. She was with it at first.
She don't like you. Did she someone in your type? But no. Why
No,
not?
they know. That's them toes. They look like they fight for their life. God damn. My feet look better than that. And I got little feet like, you wanna see my little toes? Like, my feet look better than that, you know? My shit's cute. I done had my toes sucked before, so I know I'm decent.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, put your sock on.
But she cute.
Okay, she cute. Okay. Hi, what's your name? How old are you?
I'm Cam 23.
Cam 23. Why you pop the balloon?
It just, I don't know, but
he fat?
No.
I say she can't be taller.
He what? What are you looking for?
เมื่อกี้เขาวิจารณ์บิ๊กเพื่อนฉัน
Oh, like you break up it. The girl don't have eyelash.
The eyelashes?
Yeah, the fake eyelashes, fake hair.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's why she
As long
popped
as the
up.
personality not fake, you cool with me though.
She cool with you?
Yeah, personality she cool. She seems like a more of a friendly person though.
But is she your type? Why not?
She like a baby face. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna grab her cheeks all day, like she my daughter or something.
God damn it.
Yeah, she does have a baby. She does have a baby face. She's
Yeah.
cute.
You're 23, so you know she has a long way to go.
Okay. So he not your type?
No.
No. Okay. Why no? Because he don't like the girl have fake eyelash, fake hair, do a lot of makeup.
Okay, is you pretty with all of that?
Okay, do 360 for me, please.
Oh, she wants for the ass. If you gonna do that, we gotta run it back for all of them.
What you say?
I have to run because I have a phone.
All right, go ahead. All right, thank you again, Lee.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Let him do that again.
You gotta run it back for all of them. You can't just come up with it. I'll be back to you, but
What?
Yeah. Say what you're gonna say.
You sure you wanna do
nah,
it?
we good.
Okay. Hi, what's your name? How old are you?
Yeah, my name is Gung. I am 37 years old.
37 years old. Why are you pop the balloon?
Goddamn, bitch, you 37. You're washed. You're what do they call it? Shimu? What do they call that thing? A special term they call in Asia. You're a leftover woman? God damn it. God damn it. All right, let's go.
He too big.
damn.
And yeah, I cannot be a mother. He said like
You can't
like
be a mother.
no.
You're 37. I'd have had a woman like 60 years old. What the fuck? I was just doing shit.
I don't like it. No.
Okay, is she someone of your type?
Nah.
Why not?
Nah, she
Too thin. Slim.
I'm a mother's boy, so I like to lay on the chest. She ain't got much chest there.
For me, no. I can have one. No.
Okay. Did he someone of your type?
Yeah. I like more slimmer.
More slimmer.
I get it.
You big.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We back up. Have one girl right here pop your balloon. She handled the whole time. Okay, what's your name?
I'm Xavier.
How old are you?
25 years old.
Xavier, 25 years old. Why you end up pop your balloon?
Maybe I think he like big ass. I'm not big.
Okay, do T60.
Hold on. You gotta move the hair.
You have to move your hair.
Move the hair. There we go.
I'm not big.
It's big though.
No.
It's something to look at. Can't be.
Yeah, baby, you're not big though, but the only thing that hurts you, sweetie, is that blonde hair. I don't like it when women, and this applies to any ethnic group women. It's not a good look when you guys got blonde hair. You know, blonde hair is more suitable for Caucasian women. If you anything of any other race, I should not be seen with no blonde hair. It's not sexy. It's not attractive. It's not a good look, personally. I'm just keeping it real. For those women that no one's telling you, I'm just telling you right now, as a man, it's not attractive. You know, so lose the blonde. Lose it today if you can. All right, let's go.
Mad, but look, you say your name is Xavier.
Yes.
That's usually a nigga name.
Oh my gosh. Because my dad is Arabic. That's Arabic name too.
So you named after your daddy.
Sorry?
You just said your dad.
Yes, my dad Arabic and Xavier is from Arabic too.
Oh, so you have Arabic.
Yes, I do.
So you don't mind showing me you on your ID though. It say Miss.
What?
You don't mind showing me on your ID it say Miss. We in patio. I done seen a lot of things.
ขอดูบัตรประชาชนหน่อย
ไม่ได้เอามา
Oh, she don't bring it. Really.
She ain't bring it.
I don't have ID. I have only passport.
Oh. You be passport?
No.
No.
Getting real though. Getting real. I like the hair. I like blonde. That's my thing though. She don't looking at the feet. I like cute feet.
Okay.
And she a little thick. I would have did it.
Okay. He's someone that your type?
Maybe yes.
Okay. Why?
Because I like his body. I don't like small man. I like big man, and he tall. For me, he's tall. I like that.
Okay. We back up. But you popped the balloon though.
Yes, I see.
Okay.
Give it a balloon back then.
Okay. You want your balloon back? Okay. All right. Okay. So we back up right here. With me right there. Okay. I want you to have one question to ask her. Anything.
You know how to cook, right?
Uh-huh.
You know how to cook?
I do. I cook Italian. I cook Japan, Thai, Chinese, Tibet, Indian.
You clean?
French. I do.
You got kids?
Huh? Maybe I don't.
I have a daughter.
I see. I don't care.
Okay, you don't care?
I like a good daddy.
You can suck dick though.
Sorry.
You can suck dick.
I do.
That's all eat it?
Yeah, I do.
We're good then.
Okay. The yes for you to him?
Yeah.
Okay, is yes for you to her? Okay. We got a man!
That's what I'm talking about.
By time can I be another single guy? Hi, come in. Take the mic and take the stick right here. Okay.
All right. I think that we'll wrap it up here. See the impact and the expression, the boldness, the kindness, the sweetfulness from certain Asian women when it comes to black men. So, in regards to conclusion to all this, do Asian women prefer or really prefer black men? From what I'm seeing so far, from the few videos that's more revealing, I would say a good portion do. But the biggest question is, why would they want black men? Do they want black men because of what he has well endowed below his pants, or is just everything else from his swag, his aesthetic, etc.? I would say it's mostly everything, all of the above, and probably more. But like I said, you be the judge, people. If you made it this far to this channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the Chaos Rain Show. Join my Discord service. It's in the chat room below. Also, please hype this video. YouTube has a new feature called hype the video. Hype this video if you made it this far, and give this video a smash a like button, leave comments, and that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching today's stream. I truly appreciate it. Be on the lookout for the next live or upload here on the Chaos Rain Show. Make sure your notifications tap all highs, and that's it. Until next time, and I mean really till next time, let it Chaos Rain.
All you hoes, you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. All you hoes, don't give a damn what you wanna do.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
the chaos.
let that chaos reign with
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Must reign.